Aloha everyone! Today we have a tutorial for Sea of Love, which I played for day 19 of my 100 Days of Ukulele Songs project. You can revisit the original video here. My lovely patrons from my Patreon community voted for this tutorial. If you are interested in voting for tutorials or possibly joining us for a monthly live jam, please check out my Patreon page. Hopefully you'll be interested in joining our community over there. Okay, so my arrangement of this song is advanced beginner to intermediate, but it's super fun because we're going to fingerpick, strum, and chuck. If you haven't done any chucking before, I will show you how. So make sure you download a chord chart. The link is below. We have 8 chords in this song, and so let's run through the song the first time just doing a single down strum on the chord. So this will help us to learn the chords and know where they fall in the song. Okay, so taking a look at your chord chart, we're going to start with C on the intro, right? Okay, so we're just going to sing and play a single strum. So we'll go, come with me, E7, so just slide this ring finger over. All right, place your other 2 fingers. My love. Now try to keep that ring finger stable as you move the other 2 fingers to F. I really like to encourage stability in chord transitions. To the C. And now to move from F to D7 is a little bit of a challenge, but you have this ring finger free, so I would move that ring finger over and then stack these 2 fingers for the bar. Okay, so barring, you want to take your entire finger, lay it across the fret. Now, some people might have a stronger middle finger, so then from the F, they could just lay their middle finger down for the D7. That's just a matter of choice. My middle finger's not that strong, so I like to stack the 2 fingers. Okay, second line, C, I wanna, A7. So you should be able to have this stretch from the index to the ring finger there, from your C to your A7. Tell ya. Okay, and from the A7, you should be able to lay these 2 fingers down for D and then just shift this over. How, and then D to G, ring finger slide it over 1 fret and assemble the other fingers. Much I love, see you. G7, slide it back. Okay, next verse, mostly the same. Do you remember, slide over E7, when we met F, that's the day, slide that ring finger, I knew you were my pet, C, I wanna, A7, tell you, D, how, slide for G, much I love, C, U, F, back to C. Now the bridge, just a G, come F with me. Okay, so from your F, lay that ring finger down for G. 2, leave that ring finger back to F. The C. All right, E7, again F to E7, lay that ring finger down, assemble the other fingers. Of E7 to G. What are you gonna move first? I would move my ring finger first, yeah? Ring finger first, and then assemble the other fingers. Love. All right, end verse. Mostly the same. Do you remember, slide over, when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. And I just do this 3-time ending. See, I wanna tell you, D, just how much I wanna tell you, just how much I wanna tell you, just how much I love you. And then end on C. Okay. So that'll help you build your chord transitions and know where the chords lie in the song. So for the first verse and the intro, we're going to do a picking pattern. And this is the exact same picking pattern as we used in Creep. So you can visit the Creep finger picking tutorial there. I'll go over it here, but if you want more in-depth practice in finger picking, I would visit the tutorial. Okay, so in a nutshell, the right hand, right, you're going to assign numbers to each of your fingers. Thumb, 1, index 2, middle finger 3, ring finger 4, and you're going to apply each finger to each string, right? 4 fingers, 4 strings. So your thumb goes over the G string, and then each finger follows underneath. Yeah, so thumb on top, index, middle, ring underneath those strings. All right, so our pattern here is 1, 2, 3 and 4 at the same time, and then back to the 2. So if we have a 1 and 2 and for the beat, we have 1 and 2 and. So that's exact same as Creep, right? 1, let's do it on C. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 at the same time, and. Okay? Now the difference between the Creep pattern and this pattern is that we're going to swing it. All right, so you're going to, the and is going to come a little bit later. So we'll go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. You could just spend a little time practicing that feel. Okay. So if that's a challenge for you, spend some time just working on that. Revisit the Creep finger picking tutorial, or just sit and play this pattern and let your fingers get used to it. For those of you, if that's comfortable for you, then let's keep going. Work our way through the verse very slowly, okay? So we'll just pick as our intro, that same speed. 1 and 2 and 1. And we're gonna play 2 of these for each chord. First verse. Come with me, E7, my love, F to the C, D7, the C of love. Okay, now the second verse, we have brackets around the 2 sets of chords. That means that they're going to split a measure, and you're only going to play 1 picking pattern for each of those chords. Okay, so it moves kind of fast, but we'll keep it slow. I want to tell you, I wanna A7 tell you D, how much G, I love you, C. Now 2 on these. And then we'll do 2 hits on the G7. 1, 2, and then there's an optional picking transition. Essentially, you're going to use your G7 shape. If you don't know how to read tab, I'd say visit the My Girl tutorial to learn how to read tab. I'm not going to teach it right here, so visit that tutorial. For those of you who already know how to read tab, you essentially are just using the same G7 shape, and you're picking the E string first, then the C string, then the A string. So the timing goes G7, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and, right? 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then we're going to go into strumming. I know it's going to take a while to get used to that, but you can play it with me in the original video or just rewind this. We'll do it one more time. We'll do How Much I Love You. 2 hits, G7, 2, 3, and 4, and do you? Okay. All right. That's optional. That's intermediate level, so don't worry about it. You could just hang out there. All right. And let it be blank until you learn your tab and feel more comfortable with your finger picking. Okay, so now let's learn the chucking strum. Super fun. Here's how the chucking strum goes. We'll do it on C just to show you. We go down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, Okay, if you're like, what are you doing? Essentially, I am strumming the strings and then clamping down with my palm, muting with my palm right after. So slow motion, it would be like. But if you start doing it fast, then your strings don't even have time to make sound before you hit them. But that's different than if you just hit it with your palm, then you don't get any sound at all. You actually have to hit the strings first. And I like to use all of my fingers. You could do it with one finger, yeah, but I am used to doing it with all my fingers. Okay, so essentially you're just doing a swing down, up, the whole time, right? If you didn't do the chuck, it would just be down, up, down, up, down, up. But you hear that, how that just keeps ringing? The chuck helps to add rhythm. So we go down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up. Okay. You can just spend time getting used to the chuck. And you'll see, so it's similar to creep. We, in our picking pattern, we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're accenting that third beat, like 1, well, essentially it's the second beat. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And with the chucking strum, we're doing the same. We're going 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Okay. Now let's work our way through the strum. We can go even slower than that. So again, there's 2 of these strums per chord until we get to the brackets, and then there'll only be 1 per. So let's start on Do You Remember? C, 2, 3, 4. Do you remember? E7, when we met. F, that's the day. D7, I knew you were my pet. Okay, second line, 1 per chord, right? C, I wanna, A7, tell you, D, just how much I love you, and 2 on C. Let's keep going, bridge, G, come with me to the sea. E7, up, love, and tag, do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. 1 per, I wanna tell you just how much I wanna tell you just how much I wanna tell you just how much I love. And on this F, it's just a dramatic ending. You can do whatever you want there. You. And then C. Whatever you like there. Okay, that's C of love. So we had picking, we had strumming, we had chucking, we had a bunch of chords. Go back and review the different parts of this video so that you can practice, and then you can put it all together and try playing it along with me in my original video. If you enjoyed this tutorial, then please subscribe, comment, like, and check out my other tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested, please check out Patreon, where you can vote for the next tutorial. So, happy strumming, y'all. Happy chucking, and I will see you next time. Ciao. I wanna tell you just how much I